Hi guys, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Tuesday video report. I'm going to break down game number 5 of the Cleveland-Chicago series, plus review last night's NBA playoff action, and give you a couple of free picks in baseball as well, as I'm going to take a look at the games between Washington and Arizona and Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. That's all coming up in just a moment. Listen, last night, an unlikely win, but a win it was. The charity play of the week. Gabriel DuPont last night, his second highest rated baseball play ever. 80-dime blowout of the year. The Dodgers on the run line. Now listen, I had a vested interest in this play, not only as the charity play last night, but also because it happened to be my best bet. And if you've been following me, you know my best bet winners have been few and far between over the past 6 weeks. So the Dodgers are going up 2-1. In the top of the ninth inning. That's their lead, I should say. They were up 2-1 in the top of the ninth inning. Well, you know, when you have your team on the run line and you're only winning by 1 run in the top of the ninth and you're the home team, well, let's just say 99.9% of the time you aren't going to win that game. I mean, you need so many things to happen just to get to the bottom of the ninth inning. Well, the first thing was Miami had a 2-run homer in the top of the ninth to take the 3-2 lead. So now we're at least to the bottom of the ninth inning. But again, you only need 1 run to win the game. You got to win by 2 on the run line. So what happens? Van Slyke of the Dodgers hits a 3-run walk-off homer. Dodgers win 5-3. And the charity play of the week won once more. So you know the deal, guys. Charity play of the week wins. I ask you on a quid pro quo basis to make a donation to an individual or a family in a time of financial crisis. Now, before I tell you about this week, I just want to go back in time. You may remember that twice last month, I brought you the story of a little girl by the name of Hannah, 9 years old, who had been battling cancer for nearly 4 years. And after first undergoing extensive treatment and going into remission, the cancer returned about a year ago. And initially, one of her cousins had set up a donation page to help defer some of the family's medical expenses. However, she did not respond to the treatment, and ultimately she was placed into hospice care. And then the fundraising purpose was to raise money for the anticipated funeral expenses. I always follow up and try to keep tabs on what has happened to the various charity recipients that we have focused on over the past 3.5 to 4 years. And unfortunately, Hannah passed away on April 29th. If you're watching me here on the video report and you scroll down, you can click on the Facebook link and see her mother's comments. But to those of you that contributed, you should feel damn good about yourselves today because you helped somebody again in a time of need. Unfortunately, with the charity play of the week, the program, you know, there are more tragic stories than there are happy ones. But that doesn't demean or devalue the entire program. Again, it's about building a community of caregivers, something that I can't do without your support because together we do it. So today, let's do it once more and help somebody. This time I bring you the story of a 7th grader, a young girl in Clarendon, Arkansas, whose English teacher happened to set up a fundraising page because this little girl by the name of Paola, a 7th grader again, is battling cancer for the 4th time in her young life. She's currently undergoing treatment at St. Jude's Hospital in Memphis. Cancer's already cost her some of her eyesight. It's cost her some of her bone in one leg, and now it's attacking bone in another leg, which may also ultimately, after chemotherapy treatment, lead to the removal of that and possibly a prosthetic. Her mother had to quit her full-time job to move to Memphis to be with her daughter. The father working full-time, taking care of her brother. Again, I'm asking you to help this family in a time of need because, as I've often told you, you know the deal. Insurance does not cover and foot all the bills. So I'm asking you, again, to make a donation. You can click on the link below. If you got the play for free yesterday and you won money, I realize your sportsbook may not pay off immediately. So I don't care if you make the contribution today like I did. Go to the page. You'll see my $250 there, as I do for every single contribution. I don't care if you make it today or if you go make it a week from now when you get paid. All I'm asking you is to make a contribution. You don't have to put $250 in like me. You can put $5, $10, $50. The point is to contribute. That's what matters, because without your assistance, without your help, this program doesn't make it. And as I've told you before, I don't do this for publicity. I don't publicize any of this. I just do it because it's the right thing to do, because I believe you can never have enough positive karma in your life. So again, I'm asking you to make a donation, Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, etc. All the options and all the details are available by scrolling down on my homepage. Now, of course, when the charity play week, the week wins, I also give you the possibility to save even more money as an inducement for you to save money and contribute some of that money I'm saving you. So you can save $125 on the purchase of any Handicappers 30-day package simply by using coupon code SAVE125, SAVE125, $125 off of any Handicappers package. You don't have to do Gabriel DuPont. I used to make it so you could only do it on the Handicapper that won you money for free, but now the ball's in your court. Any Handicappers 30-day package, you save $125 by using coupon code SAVE125. Let's say you have 10 days left of Gabriel DuPont, for example, or Anthony Red, for example. You want another 30 days? Well, then you'll have 40 days left, because automatically the system will add the additional days to your package, your service. You will get $125 off the purchase price. And if you happen to have any instant rebates, they are applicable as well. If you have any questions, just contact customer service. Or you can save $50 off the purchase of any Handicapper 7-day package by using coupon code SAVE50. SAVE50. All the other discounts, promos, etc. are over on the homepage. The one that I do want to quickly make mention of, though, half price play of the day. Steve Buden's #1 NBA crew out of New York. Playoff winner, number 19 out of 25 since last June's finals. Only their third 100-dime max release wager in that stretch. It's on the Clippers and the Rockets side. Remember, they are 17-5 with 50-dime plays going back to last June's finals. This play is twice as big. They are 13-6 with their playoff picks overall this postseason. You've gotten them all at tremendous discounts, and today you get it for half price or 100-dimer on the Clippers and Rockets simply by using coupon code NYC. NYC. Okay, let's talk about last night's games first before we get to your free picks here, all three of them for tonight's card. You know, going into yesterday's game between the Wizards and the Hawks, I thought that the key, I told you here on the video, the key for Atlanta was that Jeff Teague had to rediscover his game, because his previous 4 games, he was shooting like 26%. He was not even averaging double figures in them. Well, Teague showed up last night, and you saw how the Hawks offense had that free-flowing style, which made them 60-game winners during the regular season, which earned them the #1 seed in the East by wrapping up the conference title early. Last night, they played like that Atlanta Hawks team. Teague, last night, 26 points, 8 assists in the contest. Surprisingly, the Hawks won that game despite the fact that Kyle Korver only launched 4 shots. 4 shots for your deadly sharpshooter, but the rest of the Hawks starters did their job. They also got outstanding contributions again from the bench, especially from Dennis Schroeder, who had 14 points in 29 minutes. You know, in the first round against Brooklyn, the Hawks kind of ignored their bench to a certain extent, and yet it was their bench that was so productive during the regular season. Last night, again, they played probably the best offensively that they have played for a number of weeks. Why did Washington lose? Well, it wasn't Bradley Beal's fault, 34.6 rebounds, 7 assists. But I told you one of the keys for Washington, why they won game number 3, is Nene, one of their big men, suddenly rediscovered his shot after having 2 points total in games 1 and 2. He exploded for 17 points in game number 3. I told you again yesterday, they would need production from their big men because that's where they have the advantage. They have the size and the bulk advantage. They've got to dominate in the paint and take advantage of that height. What happened last night? There are 4 big men, Nene and Gortat in the starting lineup, and Gooden and Porter off the bench. 22 total points. 22 from your 4 big men. Can't win games like that, and that's why the Washington Wizards lost last night. As for the Grizzlies Warriors, my goodness, the Warriors finally played with a sense of urgency last night. Cracked down defensively. Memphis just 37.5% from the field. You know, Randolph and Gasol both had good games. They combined for 31 points and 21 rebounds. But then you look at the backcourt. Courtney Lee, Mike Conley, Tony Allen at the small forward. The other 3 starters outside of Gasol and Randolph, they combined for 20 points in last night's loss. 20 points. I mean, Steph Curry had 21 points in the first half himself, en route to a 33-point explosion, showing you once again why he was the MVP this season, hitting 11 for 22 from the field, 4 for 9 from 3 points. I thought another key for the Warriors last night that Draymond Green suddenly was found. He was missing in action in the first 3 games of the series. going just 9 for 30 from the field. But last night, hit 6 of 12 shots, had 16 points, 10 rebounds. And his aggressiveness, I thought, really set the tone for the Warriors in that win. Okay, now, we talked about last night. Let's talk about tonight, where Chicago-Cleveland, the line is 5. Again, you should just unfurl the Red Cross banner before the opening introductions for these two teams. Last two games have been decided, as you know, by game-winning shots by Derrick Rose and LeBron James in the final seconds. Interesting series. Very interesting series. Problem is, I would love the Bulls tonight if Gasol was going to be available. He could be anywhere from doubtful to a game-time decision after missing game number 4 because of that hamstring injury. And if he plays, how healthy will he be? But then again, you've got the Cavaliers with Kyrie Irving, who is not healthy, had an MRI yesterday, not only showed that he has the foot problems, a sprained right foot, but also left knee tendonitis. And you've seen he was hurt in, I think it was game number 2 of the Boston series. He re-injured himself when he kind of rolled his ankle in game number 1 of this series. And you've seen subsequently that he's been unable to drive the lane. He hasn't been getting to the free throw line. He hasn't been much of a penetrator and a disher, and that's really such a key part of his game. Then you got LeBron, who, of course, sprained his ankle a bit late in the Game 4 win at Chicago, but, of course, he's going to play tonight. So you have so many key injuries that are affecting these two teams. For the Bulls, if Gasol doesn't play, then you need Mirotic and Gibson to have better games than they had in game number 4. Because in game number 4, they had just 9 points and 11 rebounds. Game number 3, however, 21 points and 17 rebounds combined. That's the type of production the Bulls are going to need here tonight in this game. They also need Yannick Noah to have another, Yannick, that was his father. Hey, look, we just moved back 20 years and changed sports. Anyway, you need Noah here to have a big game again. Now, offensively, he's been non-existent in the series, but played some menacing defense, which he has to do, and had 15 rebounds in the Game 4 loss. Listen, that Game 4, the Bulls had that game, and they couldn't close it. Just because they lost that game, I don't think they're going to go running and hiding here tonight. I don't think the Cavaliers are going to run away with this game either. I think this is going to be another one of those down-to-the-wire games. 92-90, 88-84, 98-95. You get my drift here? I got to take Chicago plus the points. I have to go with the Bulls plus the points. I think that's the wise way to play this particular contest between two evenly matched, injury-riddled teams in this one. Now, in baseball tonight, I found an interesting game. Philadelphia is hosting Pittsburgh, and A.J. Burnett, who took like $15 million to sign with the Phillies last year and pitched most of the season with a hernia and managed to lose 18 games and had an ERA of 4.59. Opted against retiring in the offseason and instead decided to take less money and return to Pittsburgh. And in 6 starts, he has a 1.66 earned run average. Now, the problem is Pirates haven't given him much run support. In his first 5 starts this season, they scored a total of 7 runs in those games he started. Of course, then they scored 7 runs in his last start against Cincinnati. So maybe it was all evening out over the long haul. Sean O'Sullivan going for the Phillies. Yeah, Sean O'Sullivan. That really strikes fear in your heart, doesn't it? He comes off the disabled list because of a knee injury. He made 2 starts this season against Washington, worked 11 innings, gave up 10 hits, 6 runs, 3 homers, and walked 3. That's why he's auditioning for the number 5 start for the Phillies, who, if they had anybody better, including probably half of you watching this video, would be starting tonight's game instead. What can you say about the Phillies other than they can't hit a lick? Last in the league in terms of batting average, last in the league in terms of runs scored at 94. They've lost 5 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, the Pirates took last night's opener 4-3. And, oh, by the way, I can't remember which Philly hit the home run in the top of the ninth, in the bottom of the 9th inning to cut the deficit from 4-2 to 4-3 and cost Jeff Benton his run line 100-dime winner last night on the Pirates. There you go. Benton loses, myself and DuPont win. Similar run line plays. But anyway, Bucks took the opener 4-3 last night. They've now won 3 in a row, and I'm going to go with the Pirates. Looking here at the line, they're about minus 155. Listen, if I can play the Pirates at 160 or under, I would go with them tonight. I wouldn't play them on the run line because the Pirates have certainly not been an offensive juggernaut either this season. So I like them, and I'm going to go with the Washington Nationals once more. Nationals last night, 11-1 victory over the Diamondbacks in the series opener. They scored 10 runs in the first 2 innings. My goodness. They've won 5 straight where they've averaged 8 runs a game, 11 of their last 13. They've won 7 of 8 in the series the past 2 years, 15 of the last last 19 meetings overall. Steven Strasburg going for the Nationals tonight. Of course, he left. It wasn't last, it wasn't lost, it was the word left. Left his last start because of some shoulder issues. Went and saw a chiropractor, says he suddenly feels better. I don't know. Listen, he's never going to fulfill his promise, it seems. I mean, you got to wonder with Strasburg if he's always going to be a guy that's going to go 15-12, and maybe that's the best he'll get. And he'll be an innings eater. Who knows? But anyway, he's 3-1 with a 2.25 earned run average in 6 career starts against Arizona. He's 5-1 in his last 7 road starts overall. I see a hot-hitting team in the Nationals, minus $1.40, against an Arizona team that, yes, their starting pitcher, Roby De La Rosa, has a 10-inning scoreless streak coming into this contest. That's fine, but the Nationals are hitting the ball, and I'll lay the 140 with them to make it 2 straight at Chase Field in Phoenix. That'll do it today, guys. Best of luck to y'all, and I'll catch you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.